The breaking news.
Hello everyone and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
45 star. Heading to Liverpool after snubbing Man City, Milos Kerkez rejects Manchester City to favor Liverpool switch. As transfer valuation emerges, Milos Kerkez has reportedly turned down a potential move to reigning champions Manchester City in favor of a transfer to Premier League rivals Liverpool. According to multiple reports, the Bournemouth defender is edging closer to a move to Anfield. As fresh details emerge regarding Liverpool's valuation of the Hungarian star, Liverpool and Manchester City continue to represent the pinnacle of English football, both clubs perennially vying for silverware on all fronts. While Liverpool enjoyed a triumphant campaign under new head coach Arne Slot, clinching the Premier League title in late April, Manchester City endured an uncharacteristically underwhelming season by their own high standards. Pep Guardiola's men only managed to secure Champions League qualification for the 2025-26 season on the final day of the campaign, highlighting the narrow margins that defined their struggles. Having pipped City to the league title, Liverpool appear poised to beat them once again, this time in the transfer market. The Merseyside outfit is now considered frontrunners to sign Kerkez, who has emerged as a priority signing for Slot as he looks to bolster his defensive ranks. Transfer insider Fraser Fletcher initially flagged Liverpool's interest in Kerkez back in September. Since then, reports have gained traction, with sources at Team Talk revealing that Bournemouth have placed a $45 million price tag on the 20-year-old. Despite the hefty valuation, Liverpool remain determined to secure his services, though they intend to open negotiations with an offer below Bournemouth's asking price. Transfer journalist Rudy Galletti further corroborated Liverpool's intent via X, formerly Twitter, stating the Reds are accelerating talks to preempt any late bid from Bundesliga giants Bayern Munich. Meanwhile, journalist Sebastian Denny disclosed that despite strong and long-standing interest from Manchester City, the player has made it clear he is favoring a move to Anfield. Denise reported via Foot Mercado that Kerkez appears to be on course to join Liverpool, with negotiations now reaching an advanced stage. As a result of Kerkez's preference for Liverpool, Man City have pivoted their attention to Wolves left-back Rayhan Ait-Nouri, whom they have already held talks with, according to Denis. In fact, Denise went as far as to state, Kerkez was a key target for Manchester City, but he's now Anfield-bound. Consequently, City are intensifying efforts to land Ait-Nouri. The I-Paper also weighed in, reinforcing that Kerkez's own choice to prioritize Liverpool has prompted City to redirect their recruitment efforts. It's a significant development in the transfer saga and a potential win for Slot early in his tenure at Anfield. However, while Liverpool are clear in their ambition to add the Hungarian left-back to their roster, their reluctance to meet Bournemouth's $45 million asking price outright introduces a degree of uncertainty. The Cherries, for their part, are under no financial duress to offload Kerkez, particularly after commanding a $50 million fee from Real Madrid for Deal Huijsen earlier in the window. Luis Diaz's future in doubt, amid external interest. In parallel with their efforts to reinforce the squad, Liverpool face a growing dilemma regarding the future of Colombian winger Luis Diaz. While Diaz played a vital role in Liverpool's title-winning campaign, racking up 17 goals, including 13 in the Premier League, his future remains uncertain as interest from abroad intensifies. Diaz has been central to Slot's attacking blueprint, even operating as a makeshift center-forward for a significant portion of the season. The 28-year-old's versatility and productivity have raised his profile, but with only 2 years left on his current deal, Liverpool face a critical decision: extend his contract or cash in while his market value remains high. The situation is further complicated by interest from Saudi Arabia and La Liga giants Barcelona. Reports indicate that both clubs are keeping a close eye on developments, with Saudi sides ready to test Liverpool's resolve with a sizable offer. However, Barcelona, hampered by financial limitations, may not be able to mount a credible bid unless they offload assets. While Diaz has expressed a desire to remain on Merseyside, stating, "I would stay however many years it takes, it depends on the club, everything," his partner's cryptic social media activity has sparked speculation that a farewell may be imminent. Despite this, many at the club view Diaz as irreplaceable. Slot, in particular, sees him as a cornerstone of Liverpool's front line, especially in tandem with Cody Gakpo. Even if Diaz were to share left-wing duties moving forward, his contribution remains vital. Still, the club must consider the bigger picture. At 28, Diaz is in his peak years.
Andre Onana's Manchester United future in doubt as Saudi links emerge. Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Also facing uncertain summer, just 2 seasons into his Manchester United career, goalkeeper Andre Onana already finds himself at a crossroads. The Cameroonian shot-stopper, brought in as David De Gea's successor, is now the subject of growing speculation about a surprise transfer to Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, rumors intensify surrounding a staggering $100 million offer for club captain Bruno Fernandes. Onana's arrival was intended to usher in a new era between the posts at Old Trafford, but his time at the club has been far from convincing. A string of high-profile errors, inconsistent form, and even being dropped from the starting lineup have raised serious questions. Now, Saudi Pro League newcomers Al Naam SC are reportedly deep in negotiations for the 28-year-old, and United could be open to cutting their losses. According to reports, Onana was left out of the squad for the final day clash against Aston Villa, a match United won, raising further doubts about his future. Altay Bayındır was preferred in goal, and manager Ruben Amorim had to publicly defend Onana in April after a poor showing against Lyon. He had already been benched earlier in the season for the defeat at Newcastle, but returned soon after. Despite his current contract running until 2028, a source close to the player insisted, Andre's fully focused on United. He wants to stay, work hard, and help the club return to its best. He knows he's made mistakes, but he's confident and sees this as a challenge to prove his critics wrong. Nevertheless, that hasn't stopped United from exploring other options. One name drawing attention is Vanja Milinkovic-Savic of Torino, a goalkeeper who ironically began his professional career at United before leaving due to work permit issues. The Serbian international has been one of Serie A's standout performers this season, recording 10 clean sheets and alerting several top clubs to his availability. Amid this backdrop, Manchester United are preparing for a summer overhaul, and potential player sales could facilitate their rebuild. Chief among them is Bruno Fernandes, who is reportedly considering a blockbuster move to Saudi Arabia. Al Hilal are keen on the Portuguese midfielder and have tabled a $100 million offer. Despite Ruben Amorim's desire to keep him, Fernandes appears to be mulling over his options. "I get a feeling when I talk to him," Amorim said recently. "He's frustrated with how things have gone, but he understands the direction we're heading in. My feeling is that he wants to stay, but in football, you never know." Kuna in, Rashford out. United's number 10 role takes a twist. In other transfer news, Manchester United have officially announced the signing of Matheus Cunha from Wolves for $62.5 million. The 26-year-old Brazilian forward has agreed to a 5-year deal running until June 2030, with an option to extend for an additional year. He was spotted over the weekend with his family at the Lowry Hotel in Manchester before the club confirmed his arrival on Sunday. Cunha is now expected to join up with Brazil's national team before returning to Manchester for preseason training. By that time, Marcus Rashford could have already exited the club. The 27-year-old forward, who spent the second half of the season on loan at Aston Villa, is up for sale. Although Villa have a $40 million option to make the move permanent, there's been no indication they will trigger it. Barcelona have reportedly held talks with Rashford's agent and brother, Dwayne Maynard, but prefer a loan deal over a permanent one. In a notable development, Rio Ferdinand revealed that Cunha is set to inherit the iconic number 10 shirt, worn by Rashford since 2018. He wore number 10 for Wolves and Hertha Berlin, Ferdinand said on TikTok. "I'm hearing he'll do the same at United. That raises serious questions about Rashford's future." Cunha's numbers from last season, 17 goals and 6 assists in 36 appearances for a struggling Wolves side, impressed United's recruitment team, particularly his performance against United at Old Trafford. "He was slicing through us like a hot knife through butter," Ferdinand recalled. "He's Premier League proven, doesn't need to adapt, and he's a lifelong United fan. That's a big plus." Rasmus Højlund's growing pains. Loan could be the key to unlocking his potential. Another player under the spotlight is striker Rasmus Højlund. Signed for $72 million from Atalanta in the summer of 2023, expectations were sky high. However, after a season marred by inconsistency and a Europa League final loss to Tottenham, the young Dane is facing mounting pressure. Former United midfielder Paul Ince has weighed in, urging the club not to give up on Højlund just yet. Don't sell him, loan him, Ince advised, drawing a parallel with Scott McTominay's resurgence at Napoli, where he was named Serie A's MVP under Antonio Conte.